Welcome back. We're at a point once again where I feel we should go around and speak to some NPCs and see what's happening with the world. See, looks like she's moved. Where's she gone? This wonderful lake here. She's disappeared. Is she inside? What's happening? That reminds me. There's an old tower standing to northwest of here. I know. Seems as though it's called the Liberl Tower. What in the world it was built for? I have some suspicions. An old tower called the Liberl Tower standing to the northwest of here. I wonder what in the world it was built for. Hello, you two over there now. Okay. My older brother Lyndon started this inn. I grew fond of the atmosphere here when I came to visit him, and so I decided to stay, and he let me work for him. That's lovely. Let's get a rest in while we're here as well. I do need to get my health and EP back after that little battle we had at the end of the previous spot. And the food is great. This place is relaxing. And I couldn't ask for anything more, but I have to be careful not to put on any weight. The weather is just wonderful today. Maybe I'll just take a book and read by the water's edge this afternoon. Maybe I could give fishing a try too. Oh, lovely. Oh, no, I didn't want to go outside, game. No. I was just passing by. See what's up here first. No one? No one? No one? Okay, very well. We'll head back down to this lovely, lovely place. Let's make sure that she hasn't moved over here or anything like that. No. Okay, very well. Let's head back to Bose. Do you want to head back to the Harken Gate as well at some point? I mean, God. Damn it, game. I even dodged that quite nicely, I feel. Probably not. But I feel like I did. That's what's important, right? That's how things work these days, how you feel. Facts mean nothing, that sort of thing. That's how it feels with the world. Okay, so South Block, let's start in here. The Arms and Guards. I really struggled a lot and worked hard when the market began. And I think it's because of that hard work and experience that I have my own shop now. I think learning to start at the bottom of the heap is important for anyone. I'm sure it's because of my hard-working experience. Okay, it's more or less the same. Anything new? Nothing is going up, so I'm assuming... No. That's not what I want to press. Okay, so let's keep the map where's the best place to go. So here. It looks like my husband's business is doing better than expected. Recently, I've noticed a vibrant look in his face, so I'm happy for him. My husband's business is doing better than expected. Okay. Clock. It's a clock. Nothing. That teddy bear confuses me. I'm gonna visit my dad's shop with my mum later on. I'm so excited. Right then. Galloway kid, I want to see that bear. No, can't speak to the bear. Okay, well. Game is 3 out of 10. Can't speak to the bear and I can't leave the room. Kid, let me out. It's just like, jeez. Couldn't leave. I was gonna be stuck in there forever. Yeah, just let me through. I refuse to make anything that distorts my aesthetic tastes, but my new boss often makes demands for crude products. And just seeing his face alone makes my will to create wither like a dried reed. Oh, make anything that distorts my aesthetic taste. Okay. Pretty well. Store sales are going rather well. It bothers me that these craftsmen aren't very serviceable, whatever. Now if I can just keep making money like this. Okay. Seems odd. I can't do so-and-so's little quartz, can we? Now, I've been told to keep an eye on this guy, and keep an eye on stuff around as well, but I don't know where or when, what that means, so it's sort of like, it's in relation to someone else. I know that much. They were being very, very, very spoiler-free, which I do appreciate. Just that sort of like, keep an eye on them. It's like, that's enough for what I need. It's like, what's going on there then? Having the flight stopped has actually turned out to be good for business. I'm actually able to earn quite a lot more with my father temporarily out of the picture. I'll try to pick up as much of the slack as I can for his work during this time. Because I originally got my own business started by helping him out like this. Basically know the way Simon thinks and how he'll act. Okay. Borden's wife helps him with the business. I've tried to help my husband a few times with his work. Let's just say that the results weren't great. Looks like I'm best cut out for supporting my husband and Murano here at home. I'm sure that my husband's gonna walk through that door any minute with a nonchalant look on his face. I bet. So where were we up there? Because we went in that way, didn't we? So let's make sure we're going this way. Sometimes I wonder why I ever married my husband. This was the worst mistake in my life. Jeez. Men, no matter how old they get, have a little childish part in them. Part that makes them always want to chase after their dreams. Too bad that women can't seem to understand this. What happened? What did you do? You fool. What did you do? What did you do? Okay, so we're back out here. Good. With the Bose airspace being designated a no-fly zone, businesses are being hit hard economically. Flights from the border are also being held up. At this rate, there'll be no real deals to be made, but Murano seems to be hammering away under these conditions. If she can't do it, I can't give in either. Murano seems to be hammering away under these conditions. If she can do it, I can't give in either. Okay. My husband proceeds rationally with his deals and business talks. But Mr. Trino is the exact opposite. He pushes with vigor and flair. However, Miss Murano is getting together with both of them. She's almost like Mayor Maybell in a number of ways. In the near future, Miss Murano just may strip her of the top seat if she's not careful. That's not going to make us hold back on anything. That's for sure. That's intriguing. Is she going to make a power play? Seems like my mom saw the culprits too. I wonder what Murano is doing right now. Seems like my mom saw the culprits too. Okay, so next area then. We're in the northern block. Let's go speak in here. When Mayor Maybell was elected, she received a lot of backlash from those around her because of her age. However, because of the numerous commercial policies and her efforts for the city, those who have seen her in action have gradually changed their minds. Trino and his daughter Murano are just a few of the influential merchants who support Mayor Maybell. Murano may be young, but she carries a lot of weight as a merchant. And even Mayor Maybell respects her. Gotta keep an eye on this situation, I feel. Indeed, indeed. It's almost tea time. Well, I'm keeping a record of that one. Let's mark that down. I may be a klutz, but I am just as skilled as Lila when it comes to pouring tea. It's almost tea time. It's like it's a character called Sarah saying that. You know. Oh, you've moved. Are you up with Maybell then? Maybe. No, Lila's out somewhere. I should be the one saying thank you. How is the investigation coming along? I'll tell the truth, we're having a hard time coming up with anything. We have managed to gather a number of clues. It's more like unreliable information than clues. But even still, we're thinking about heading over to Revenue Village. Revenue Village? But I heard the army had already finished its investigation there. Guess that's the only clue we have to go on. Maybe it's worth re-investigating the place. Anyway, please keep me posted as to what you find. Revenue Village, but I heard the army already investigated there. Okay. Okay, so let's head outside. Keep an eye out for Lila. Should be around somewhere, surely. Sure, maybe she's outside in the garden. No, fair enough. Man, this is not a good time to be cancelling airliner flights. Why does it seem like this kind of stuff always happens whenever I'm in a hurry? Seems like the NPCs did update when I got the information. Just gotta keep an eye on when the updates. It's not as obvious, is it? As like in Cold Steel 3 when the updates, so... This hotel has maintained a high level of popularity ever since it was established. Maybe busy around here, but this hotel is my life. It's my role as the current manager to find a future manager who can sustain these traditions. Alright. Lyndon only? What? Maybe busy around here, but this hotel is my life. Just making sure I had actually basically read that. Can you believe this? The mansion made me work when I was supposed to be on my break time. Not to mention I had a table reserved at the Antelo's restaurant and it was all for nothing. Can you believe this? Oh dear, oh dear. Well, we'll take your reservation if you want. Don't want to go to waste, do we? No, no. I studied creatures that lived in the old world before the Great Collapse. Beings that surpassed mankind's potential and indeed were almost godlike. Indeed, I speak of the ancient dragons. Oh, hey, I remember hearing about them in Sunday school. Go around in Liberl too, up until just a few decades ago, right? They stopped showing up around the time orbit technology was first discovered. Now that's suspicious. Why would it be at the same time? Joshua, I have a real dumb look on your face. Something in the matter? No, nothing. Just surprised that you actually remembered something you learned in school. Shocked, really. How rude. Of course I paid attention. Huge cool things with wings like that. I totally want to see one myself. You probably will. Just thinking about them gets me all worked up. I can relate. That's why I've been journeying to exotic lands in search of information. Indeed, the subjects of my research are the wise ones who lived in the old world before the Great Collapse. The ancient dragons. It's suspicious that. Why at the same time? This bar was originally founded more on a whim than anything else. Wish I could take it easy and didn't have to worry so much about criminals and profits and such. Already got the cheese risotto? Apparently I did. The manager always says he runs this place as a hobby, and he acts like that's why it's such a great establishment. Rumor has it the owner of Anteros says the exact same thing though. But I think their obsessions are their own on two different levels entirely. Why, it won't do me any good just keep crying about this. It's my own fault that the workshop got attacked. I should have been more careful. No sense in giving up. That's not the Bose way. Time to roll up my sleeves and try again. But attacked by the sky bandits? I'd imagine, so probably... What that person was alluding to down in the comments is probably when we're going to go attack the sky bandits. Like assuming they have a base in the mine and stuff like that. I could potentially find something there. Maybe that's what they were alluding to. Again, thank you for not spoiling what you were on about there. You know who you are. You pointed it out with the Cornelius thing. It's that sort of like, you did enough to make me interested and pay attention to that so I can find stuff later, but it's sort of like, not enough so I can put the pieces together myself. So it's like, exactly the type of comment that I like to see, where it's like, you didn't give me information so I didn't figure anything out, but just made me pay attention to stuff. It's like you worded stuff perfectly. To tell you the truth, I'm getting tired of waiting for flights to resume. Maybe it would be best if I tried again later. Alright then. If flights remain cancelled much longer, it could affect the reputation of the corporation. There's never been an accident and nothing like this has ever happened before either. Certainly hope we'll be able to properly explain what happened later. Oh dear. Even though there's not really much to inspect, I'm going to get yelled if I look like I have nothing to do. Gotta do something to keep busy. It's really hard to look busy when I've got nothing to do. Just keep walking on the spot. Seems to work. At present, there are 2 airliners which provide domestic flights for passengers in Liberl. There's the clockwise looping Lyndon, Vivi, and the counterclockwise looping... It would have been nice if that was called Vivi, because then it would be like, ah ha ha, Cecilia. Both were put into service in the same year, but their colouring is different. If I remember right, the engine model in Lyndon is older. That would have been nice if it was called Vivi. Because it would have been like, oh, I see what they've done there. It would have been like, ah, it's a reference to that. But I assume not. I assume it's just a shared name now. It's like, oh. Unless that is that in the Japanese, there is that potential. I don't think there'd be any harm, even if the counterclockwise looping Cecilia were the only airliner making flights. The fact that all flights have been grounded means that this must be a real big incident. I think I'm hungry, my stomach's growling. Again, hopefully this doesn't get picked up on the magnaphone. See if there's any quests. There is, escort request. I'm searching for someone who can escort me to the Chrome Pass checkpoint. Please find me at the hotel. Okay. New Ansel Path monster. Russian monster known as Amber Turtle has been spotted roving the New Ansel Path. Haven't I done that? I was gonna say it says clear. I've done that. Ooh. Good work. It looks like you managed to achieve your objective. Come back again if you have anything else to report. Hello, hello, hello? Petrify. Ooh. So if I did that, it would remove stuff. I don't really want to get rid of Hellgate, but I do want the extra stuff, and I do want to keep them as well. We already got EP1 and stuff. So, I mean, I've not. What's the other same type? What's the other type that's similar then? Is it the blind? Yeah, it's gonna be the blind, isn't it? Yeah, it's the blind that's the issue there. Yes, I don't want to get rid of the blind, because the blind gives me the 3. But I do want a lot more other elements of stuff. How's everyone else's? We should leave that be. And you've got the fire one there. It's like, I'm gonna have to. I feel that's the correct course of action right now, just in terms of having all these available options and all that sort of thing. So anything else I can do there? So I've already got Curia. I think we're pretty fine there. Well, we'll leave that as it is then. So you've headed to Ravenue Village, are you? Then all you need to do is head along the West Bose Highway and turn off onto the trail about halfway down the road. The village can be easily reached by just following the trail. Ravenue Village, huh? This makes me think of, well, another bracer. If you were here, this would be no problem at all. Who are you thinking of then? See any books or anything that I want? Nothing. Nothing at all there. Very well. Let's head back out. So, we'll do the restaurant last. Nah, let's just get in there and do it. Just thinking like, it's sort of like, the market's the big thing at the end. I previously worked as a waitress at a restaurant in Zeiss. The owner of this establishment happened to be on business, and we got to talking shop, so to speak. The wages seemed much better here than there, so I jokingly said to her, "Give me a job." And that's when she told me she was the owner. Let me tell you, our owner is a strong-willed lady who always gets what she wants. Polar opposite of our manager. So, Marina sure does like to eat, no? That's amazing. I tell her there's delicious food to be had. She's packed and ready to go in a heartbeat. But as such, I must admit that I am never bored thanks to her unbridled enthusiasm for viands. There's a town to the northwest of here where the most delicious fruits are grown. Sadly, it lies partway up a mountain, making it an impossible destination for one such as myself. Such a shame. I suppose there are some delicious fruits. I suppose some of their delicious fruits may be sold at the market here, no? I shall have to go take a look. The market became great around the time when the little lady's pappy served as our mayor. Pappy? He was a real pioneer, pushing forward all kinds of measures to promote commerce, and clearly it worked wonderfully. The current mayor then inherited all of that from her pappy. First, I didn't think much of her, but she's really proven herself a worthy successor. The market became great around that time when that little lady's puppy served as our mayor. Worked wonderful. I've already spoken to you about it. I was just wondering if it was a different person, but no. I'm so nervous I can't even taste this. There's nothing there. Seems almost sacrilege. There's nothing in front of you, mate. I'll be able to savor my food next time I come. Yeah, because you must have wolfed it down. Wow, that was delicious. Easy to see why this is Liberl's most highly rated restaurant, that's for sure. It's definitely worth the trip. A little luxury makes for a nice break every now and then. I suppose. I am originally from the Empire. One day, the owner of the restaurant came to the establishment where I worked as an ordinary customer. She loved the wine I picked for her during her meal so much that shortly afterward I received a letter inviting me to work here. I decided to at least come to Liberl to see this restaurant and fell in love with it at first sight. Admittedly, when I was invited by the owner to work here, I had my concerns, but she has a certain charm to her, so here I am. That's nice. No, I absolutely must get it for this price. Right here. I won't accept any less. To say something like that at the very start. Come on, please. Oh dear. What's the other side of this conversation? No. I take it for that much money. I'm sure to suffer losses. I realize it's just words, but please listen to me. I'm trying to help here. This is simply no way to negotiate. Oh dear. During the war, we weren't the only ones to take heavy damage. Poor Revenue Village suffered the same fate. Yeah, we saw one of the graves. There are quite a lot of us who share these awful memories. Yes, I like some of your comments, by the way. You may have noticed this. Like, speaking about the differences between, like, myself, who has played Cold Steel first, so, like, Erebonia feels like home, and those who have played the other arcs first, so, like, Liberl and Crossbell feel like home, and it's like, the different perspectives in how we view Erebonia is very interesting as a result. It's fascinating, I like it. It's in just that aspect, it was worth doing, because then we can have discussions like that. It's like, yeah, I like that. So, welcome, I guess. So with him, he seems pretty depressed. Yeah, his shoulders are drooping off the charts. Wonder if something happened. Oh, whatever shall I tell the owner? Oh dear. We spoke to you already? That previous owner would never ever listen to me. The current owner listens to even the most minuscule of nitpicks I may have. I'm very grateful to her for that. Very grateful indeed. I mean, she did make me the chef without having ever met me or seen my face, so I'm a little worried about her mental stability, but still. The current owner listens to even the most minuscule of nitpicks. I used to work as a cook at a bar in Ruin, but the owner here asked for me by name. How could I say no to that? It's a very weird restaurant, this, when you get down to it. Apparently she took a real shine to my desserts. Still learning the ropes here, but I'm giving it everything I've got. I mustn't let the owner down. It's most intriguing, isn't it? The random assortment of people here, but it seems to be working. It seems like no matter which store I go to recently, they're getting low on their supplies. Looks like the airliners being grounded is to blame. They can't stock up on anything with those being out of commission. There's nothing I really want to buy, so I'm bored. Okay. To the chapel. To the northwest of here, there's a village that cultivates fruit called Revenue Village. Unfortunately, there is no chapel in that village. We're most delighted to have the children from there come here for Sunday school. Could be intriguing. Oh, forgot to check the little room over here. We get a lot of people coming to the chapel to pray for the success of their businesses. But Arios, the goddess of all creation, is not the deity of fortune. What if I should post a note on the door to tell people this kind of sacrilege is unacceptable? Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. I don't see it being that big of an issue. I put up in a notice that I'll be opening a new shop in the Bose Market. It turns out they're not accepting them at the moment. Seems like there's been a lot of problems recently. I put a notice. Yep, okay. Make sure we speak to everyone. You know, Mina? Know what? Well, you know how you always nitpick at me? Do you hate me or something? If that is the case, I don't think I'd be here right now. What are you blushing about? I never said I liked you either. I should have figured as much. So I guess that means you never like me or dislike me, huh? You're unbelievable. Say, oh, young love. It's adorable. Definitely done out here, aren't we? Those two wandering around. The fruit coming from Revenue Village knows no equal. You may lose to Rodent when it comes to producing greater vegetables, but Bose is definitely the place to be for fruit. Not to mention, it's one of the things we pride ourselves on as citizens of Bose. Right, into the market then. The sponge cake looks so yummy. Oh, I fancy some cake, but no, I'm on a diet. It's probably not okay for me to use the money I'm supposed to use for these errands, right? Probably not. It's like it's the I'm on a diet ever since I had so many crepes and ice cream. Wonder where I got that idea from. Sponge cake looks so yummy. Okay. I've got to go behind, haven't I? Get all my fruit from Revenue Village. But it used to be a thriving place from its mining industry, but now it's known for its orchards. Yeah, I think everyone in here just has one bit of dialogue, don't they? I don't know what I should do about a side dish today. Just can't decide what would sit well on the table. I could decide once I got to the store, but I'm here and I still don't know. Wonder what I should do about a side dish order today. The top dogs here in Bose, aside from the mayor, have to be Trino and Borton. However, recently, Trino's daughter has been extending her sphere of influence. Let's see, if I remember right, her name is Milano. Anyway, she appears to have a knack for business and can hold her own against her father. Pretty cool to see a shop pair of merchants in a family like that. Almost forgot to mention Milano and the mayor are pretty good friends. So, this is the Bose Market, huh? Very lively for a marketplace in a small country, if I do say so myself. Maybe I'll have a look around after all. After I finish up with my business details, yes. It's pretty lively for a marketplace in a small country, if I do say so myself. Miss Mabel is the type of person who thrives. The busier she is. She's like her father in that respect. I'm worried about her health. Miss Mabel is the type of person who thrives. Yeah. Okay, so we know where you are now. But if the airliners aren't running, a true Bose merchant won't get discouraged so easily. How should I put it? A real Bose merchant knows how to innovate at times like this. Very well. Very suspicious of this guy here as well. Amazing. The porcelain made in the Empire has an artistic quality in the absolute gorgeous designs. Just the opposite, the porcelain from the Republic employs simple colors and patterns, but its beauty comes out the more you use it. Varied constraining styles are very... why porcelain wares are so interesting. Liberl's porcelain, on the other hand, may have a simple shape and design, but there's an elegance about it. Because that's the best way to summon them all up. My father's growing fruit back at the village. Pom. Makes sense why he's called Pom now. The fruit we're selling here may be some of the fruit that my father grew. Originally, we were supposed to be running the business together as a family, but he chose to stay behind. Alicia. Phew, I'm ready for a breather. I wonder how my husband's getting along back at the village. I just bought something by myself for the first time. Some kind of sponge cake someone was selling near the fountain. A bunch of people were eating sweets over there, so I joined in on them. Couldn't believe how good they were. What a great experience that was for me. But it was unbecoming to eat away from the table like this. There are some tastes you can only experience this way. Indeed. Hi there, and welcome. Stop by and see what we've got in stock. Right now on sale. Believe it or not. Got a luxury carpet from the Calvin Republic. Spies. Going for just 500 mira. You heard it right, just 500 mira, but that's not all. At regular price, this goes for 1,500 mira, but the price has been reduced to an amazing 500 mira. But that's not all. If you buy one now, I'll even throw in a tapestry with matching patterns. So it's the same thing, just on the wall. I've got a luxury carpet from the Calvin Republic, going for just 500 mira. You heard it right, 500 mira, but that's not all. Can I buy this carpet? Wait, I have one of them, don't I? I want to buy them. I want to buy this carpet rug thing. All those books in the back are covered with dust and cobwebs. I should probably borrow a feathered duster from the shop owner and clean them off. Oh dear. This is terrible. How could this have happened? I spent all the money I have for today. No! Can't figure out when they're going to slash prices here. Wow, this is really cheap. If I buy this too, it'll just add to my already substantial amount of luggage. If I can get someone to deliver it directly to my home in the Royal City. Roland City. This is really cheap. Okay. Unbelievable. My wife is set on buying more stuff. Not to mention she was just barely shopping here not a few moments ago. I hope they can get these flights going again sooner rather than later. Oh dear. That girl at the confectioner's shop. Her sweets have gotten tons better since she started making them. I should know because I eat them every day and they just keep getting better and better. Oh, I see. Oh, sorry, my head's quite not in the game right now. Welcome! My fiancé was actually the one who started this store. He was aboard the airliner that disappeared that everybody's talking about. I truly believe in my heart that he'll come back safely somehow. And until he returns, I have to keep this store alive. Still, what's wrong? You know, she's right. Huh? How so? It's not only someone from our family who was aboard that airliner, which means I need to do my best as well, as a member of the Bracing Guild and as Dad's only daughter. Still, you're right. Aww. Welcome, can I help you find anything today? About a fluffy, eggy sponge cake. It's a speciality here at Bose Market. Well, we'll buy some of your cake. Right, then we won't, apparently. Yeah, I know, I only bought 4, but fine. Go with 4 now. Go behind. The clothes I designed and tailored myself are selling quite well. I think I'm going to try and make more with numerous variations. A lot of inquiries from my female customers regarding original clothing. I'm going to try and design some clothes this time focused solely on women. Where has Oliver gone? He's vanished. Who would have thought that Trino would be on the airliner that disappeared? Ah, now Marana is taking care of all her father's business deals in her stead. No, I should have expected anything. I shouldn't have expected anything less, but she does not take on more than she can handle. I think we're done then. Yeah. So we're done for now, and what we're going to do is we'll start the next part at Harken Gate, and we'll come back, pick up that quest, and then head off towards the village. See how we get stuff done there. So we'll see you in the next part. Ta-ta for now.